I'm scared.
Scared of what?
I hear guns outside.
You know what, baby? Those just firecrackers. You're safe inside with your cousins.
What about you, Daddy?
Me? Maybe I'm gonna be fine. I'll tell you what, though. When we wake up in the morning, we're gonna play Candyland. And then guess what we're gonna do after that?
Go to the park?
Better.
Toys R Us?
Way better than that.
Why?
I don't know, maybe Chuck E. Cheese?
Really?
I promise. Daddy's gonna give you heck of tokens and we're gonna play all the games, okay? And then we're gonna get your favorite pizza and we're gonna eat it all up. Even Mommy's, because she can't have carbs.
What's a carb?
You ain't gotta worry about that right now. I love you.
I love you too, Daddy.
First, it's good to see you. I see you like 2 years ago at ABFF. You won the short competition.
It's crazy, man.
Which, you know, a lot of people have won that competition, been able to go on and do a lot of great things. So it's good to see somebody come out of that and progress their career even more. But it's an excellent movie, but it's hard because of the message of it to say, like, yo, this is, because it means so much. You know, what about this story? I mean, because there's so many stories of police brutality that happened and everything else. Mm-hmm. What made you take Oscar Grant's story as opposed to Diallo or anybody else and say, this is the movie?
Bell or something. Making movies are hard, man. Like, I learned that when I made shorts. You know, and making this feature was the hardest thing I'd ever done. And one thing I kind of told myself, you know, early on when I first realized I wanted to make movies is that I want to make movies about things that, you know, I care about deeply, that affect me deeply on a personal level, you know, and I love God, I love my family, you know what I mean, and my loved ones, and I love where I'm from. You know, I love the Bay Area so much. And when that happened, you know, there in the Bay, to somebody who was my age, looked like me, you know what I mean, had friends that looked like my friends, it affected me like you wouldn't believe. That's why Oscar's story was the one that I wanted to tell. I think that most filmmakers do that, you know, you know, you see a lot of filmmakers make stories about things that are passionate to them, make stories about places that they're from, you know.
I mean, how many times you had to? I mean, I'm not even from the Bay, but I've been through Fruitvale Station and on the BART several times. I mean, how often was that your path to just go to the city and come back on the BART station or what have you? Oh
man, you know, everybody does it, you know, and I try to explain to people about, like, you know, how New York has Times Square for New Year's Eve. You know, for us, it's you know, it's the Ferry Building in Frisco. You know what I mean? Everybody goes on a Barcadero and watches the fireworks shoot off, and we walk around and have a good time. You know, it's what we do. Right. And you see when you go, you see a million people that you know. You know, you see people that you haven't seen in a while since last time.
Right.
So yeah, and going through Fruitvale, you know, my fiance is from that neighborhood. You know, I used to live in East Oakland. Whenever you go to an A's game, you know, you ride right through that stop to go to the Coliseum. Yeah. And it's a place that has a rich history, you know, it really is.
One thing I really liked about the movie is that when I heard about how people reacted and the emotions, I was like, okay, well, you probably put Oscar Grant as this real, you know, angel and made everybody feel sorry for him, but you really made him a flawed character. Right. How were you scared that you weren't going to take the audience or the audience wasn't going to connect to him emotionally when the tragedy happened because of his flaws?
No. I mean, I look back at the characters I connect with the most, and I connect with them through their flaws. Mm-hmm. You know, and it was for him. It was kind of like a triple thing going on because it's his mom's birthday as well, and it was his first New Year's Eve since he had been released from prison. Like he had just got out. So you know, being 22, you know what I mean. That's like a time where you got a lot on your plate. So I didn't think that audiences would be pushed away. I actually thought they'd be drawn in more because everybody has things that they're struggling with.
Right.
You know.
I gotta get this last one with you. And last question, because I know everybody's gonna hit you with this. It's in the news and everything, but my audience has really been pushing me for this question. Is how do you feel like this movie In light of what's going on with this movie, when you look at the Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman case,
Right.
do you expect similar results or lenient sentences or acquittals for the accused in that case?
When I look at tragedies, when people's lives are lost, for me, that's something that can't be gotten back. You know, you can't bring them back with a sentence. You know what I mean? You can't bring them back with a settlement. I think our focus has to be on stopping this stuff from happening. You know what I mean? Like Trayvon should still be here.
Right.
Oscar should still be here. The thousands of African American and Latino males that's losing their lives on the streets, be it from black on black crime, brown on black crime, brown on brown crime. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be that way. Or officer involved shootings, as it happens so frequently, where they getting shot by people that are supposed to be protecting them. But at the end of the day, I hope that the jury, you know, like sees the case for what it is, you know, and acts accordingly.
All right. Thank you, Marion. Big ups to you. Big ups to the Bay Area. You always show BlackTree love, so appreciate the film, man.
Oh, man, right on, right?